Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of TV 101. In this, our ninth episode, we will be learning how to divide a line in ratios. Stay tuned. So a ratio represents the proportion of one item in relation to another. For example, if I have a ratio of 1 to 3 as it relates to girls and boys in a classroom, it would simply mean for every boy that is present in the classroom, there would be 3 girls. So if I have 2 boys, there would now be 6 girls. Let's use another example. The ratio of students to parents to teachers. 2 to 4 to 3. For every 2 children that are present, there are 4 parents and 3 teachers. Let's say the number would doubles. You would now have 4 students, 8 parents, and 6 teachers. So that's how ratio works. So let's do 2 examples of dividing a line given different ratios. So the first line that I'm going to divide is line AB, which measures 80 millimeters. I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. First thing as usual is to draw a construction line, then proceed to indicate point A. After indicating point A, I'll measure 80 millimeters from point A to get point B. After I've indicated point B, I am going to go ahead and brighten the line AB. Now, when dividing a line in ratios, we have to find the sum of the ratios. So for this exercise, I'm going to use the first ratio, the first example that was given, 1 to 3. So if I'm going to divide this line in a ratio of 1 to 3, I am going to add the ratios, and my answer will be 4. So the first thing I have to do is divide this line in 4 equal parts. Now we can review the previous video on how to divide lines in a number of equal parts. So as usual, I'll draw a diagonal line, construction line, right? I'm going to use my compass to divide that line in 4. Remember, the compass point and the pencil point must be in line, and you must open the compass to a convenient radius for this exercise. I'm going to put the compass point at A, and cut the line. I'm going to do this 4 times. So I've gotten point 1. I'm going to cut again. Point 2. I'm going to cut again. Point 3. And the final point, point 4. Now, the last point, which is point 4, will now be connected using a construction line to point B. Right? Unlike the previous video where we would connect all points to the line, we are going to connect the points as they relate to the ratio. Now the ratio is 1 to 3. So we are going to count 1, then connect that point. We are not going to connect point 2 or point 3. So we are going to count 1, then connect. Then we are going to count 3, then connect. And if you notice, after you have counted 3 from the first point, it has already been connected. So there's only one thing left to do. I'm going to, in order to connect this point, I'm going to put the set square in line with the last point, line 4B, and I'm going to set my set square so that the first set square can be in line with the second set square, or flow in line. So I have successfully divided a line in ratios. I've successfully divided this line in a ratio of 1 to 3. Now this line measured 80 millimeters, right? And if you realize, the first portion of the line measures 20 millimeters. The second portion of the line, from the division to the end, measures 60 millimeters. So you'll realize that this is abiding by the ratio. 20 can go in 60 3 times, right? So that's abiding by the ratio. Let's use another example. Let's draw another line, 9 millimeters. Indicate a first point, measure the second point, 9 millimeters. Then brighten. The ratio that we're going to use for this exercise is 2 to 4 to 3. First step is to add the ratios. So you're going to add 2 plus 4 plus 3. That will give you 9. Right? Once you have gotten that, we now know that we are going to divide the line in 9 equal parts. And remember, you can draw a line, a diagonal line, from the first point using any sketch square, setting it to any angle. And this must be done using construction lines. Then we are going to take our compass and cut the line that we have drawn 9 times. 1, placing the compass point at 1 to cut 2, placing the compass point at 2 to cut the line at 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. So the 9th point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. the 9th point will be connected to point B using a construction line. Okay, once I have done that, I'm going to count off my ratio. Now the ratio is 2 to 4 to 3. So I'm going to count 2 from A. 1, 2. So the first line that will be projected is number 2. Then I'm going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the second point that will be projected. If you notice, 3 points remain. So that automatically gives you your third ratio. So let's go ahead and connect those points. Or connect those points to the line. Remember, you're going to put your set square in a position so that it is parallel to the last line that connects point 9 to B. You're creating parallel lines. So this first line at point 6 and the second line at point 2. So now you have divided a line 90 millimeters in length in a ratio of 2 to 4 to 3. Right? So if the line is 90 millimeters, in order to test this, we can see if the first ratio is 20, the second ratio is 40, and the third ratio is 30. So let's test this. From A to the first division is 2, or 20 millimeters. From the first division to the second division is 4, and from the second division to the third division is 3. So we have accurately divided a line in a ratio. I hope this lesson was easy to grasp. Have a good day.